Hello Flosstube, I'm Heather, Link is my homeboy. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, 2023, and this is a WIP parade. I disappeared off of Flosstube for, I don't know, a year and 8 months. The last time I did a WIP parade was December 21, and then life got busy and I just couldn't be bothered. So I guess I'll do a little bit of an update, like a life update, and then we'll go through a WIP parade. And then I don't want to make promises, but I'm planning to start recording every couple of weeks. So, because I have both kids in school now, so I should have some time to be able to get this done on a regular schedule. So how have you been? I've been busy. Like I said, both kids are in school now. River's in kindergarten, Link is in 2nd grade. We got a dog. His name is Hank, which if you follow me on Instagram, then you would have seen him because I have posted a few pictures of him over there. He's adorable. He is a Beagle Dachshund mix. We got him from a shelter. He is about 6 years old-ish. And he is a lazy little thing. All he wants to do is sleep and snuggle and cuddle. He is a sweetheart. He is the best little dog. And that is, I mean, that's kind of it. Husband still works. I'm still a stay-at-home mom, and the kids are in school. Life has been busy, but it hasn't been super exciting. So, but yeah, anyway, I know you guys are here for the stitching, so let's get into it. So, first up, and I'm going in order from start date. So, yeah, it's going to be oldest to newest. So, oldest WIP is my Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Light World map. I actually just got this out a few days ago to put some stitches into it. And previously I had not touched it for almost 2 years because last time I stitched on it was September 17th of 21. And I just got it out the other day. So yeah, it went untouched for almost 2 years. That's fun. But I started this on January 1st of 2020, and I'm not taking it out of the Q stamp. So I have finished the first column of pages, and then this is the second column, and this is the first page in that column, which technically there are 3 pages per column. However, that bottom page is like 11 rows. So I'm basically counting it as you know, an extra long page on the bottom. But yeah, so I've filled in a bit up through here. I've only put about like 900 stitches in it over the last few days. I'm still trying to find my groove with it because I don't normally do full coverage, so it's a little iffy for me. But once I find that groove, I'll start whipping through it. So all right, next up. Now, I don't have everything in project bags. Some things I do. So you might hear some zips. You might hear some Velcro. There's going to be lots of plastic rustling, but hopefully the bag is far enough away from the microphone that it won't matter too much. Next up, we have Owl Forest Embroideries Atlantis. This is one of their kits. I did pull this out and work on it for a few weeks recently, and I am now 2/3 of the way done. This one section here with the seahorses, this one section here with the jellyfish, and then there's another section over here with an octopus. I can actually show you because I have the box cover here. So yeah, got that. Just got to do this section. So, and that was started February 27th of 2020. So I know once upon a time I had mentioned that I was hoping to get all WIPs done within a 3-year timeline. And then I got that wild hair up my ass to do 100, you know, to get up to 100 WIPs, and that kind of buggered it. But I did drop from 100 pretty quickly. I think I have like 66 WIPs or something right now. So not bad considering I have some new starts in there. But yeah, but I'm kind of trying to work on getting my 2020 WIPs gone this year. I don't think it's going to happen though, because I have quite a few big ones. But you know, never say never, I suppose. Next up, started on February 29th, 2020. This is Blue Flower Night Walk Down. And oh, I didn't tell you, the map is done on an 18 count, like cream, off-white, antique white, whatever, Ada, 2/1 full cross. And then the Atlantis is done on the, like the kit, I think it's a Murano, maybe. I don't know. It's blue. It came with the kit, so, you know, and I'm using the Owl Forest flosses. Okay, so Blue Flower Night Walk Down. Started on February 29th of 2020. It was a leap day start. And here's where I am. So I have one page done, and then I'm almost done with this second page here. It's 6 pages, and the top row is definitely longer. The top row of pages is definitely longer than the bottom. And yeah, and this is being done on a 32 count Lugana from Under the Sea Fabrics called Changing Leaves. I think it was a fabric of the month in like 2019 or 2018 or something. And I bought me a nice fat quarter of it. So, but yeah, this is an absolutely gorgeous fabric. And I'm doing this with all color and cotton flosses. My own conversion of all color and cotton. All right, next up, Tiny Modernist Halloween Regicel. This was started in June 27th of 2020. That's the cover photo. Now I am un-Ouija-ing it, so because Ouijas are bad juju to me, so I'm not doing it. So I've got all of the border motifs done, and I have to do the big ass house in the middle. And I think up here where it's got the yes and the no, I'm gonna put like my initials and the year I finish, which hopefully is 2023. And then the big house with the letters and numbers, you know, I'm gonna cut those out, and I think I might go find another alphabet and do like Happy Halloween. And I just don't like the alphabet that's given to do that, because since the H is like lowercase, and I just didn't like it. So I just need to go find me another alphabet to do that. If I don't do that, if I can't find an alphabet or whatever, then I'll probably just add some more stars and bats. And then the goodbye down here, I'm just taking it out completely and it'll be fine. So, you know, I do have a start on the house here, but it's just, I just haven't done anything with it. And this is being done on a 32 count Jobolin from Color and Cotton in Tombstone. I believe that was in the, like the Halloween mystery box that she did a couple years, maybe 2019, I think is when this one might have been. And I did a combination of some Mo's Sale Halloween colors on those borders, and I also did some Mo's Sale like dark grays and stuff like that for it. So next up we have Stitches Through the Years Like a Cherry Blossom. Do I have a picture of this one? I don't think I printed. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so there's the cover. Now, as we know, I don't like alphabets and I don't like big ass houses unless they are big ass spooky houses. So I've cut mine down significantly. I'm taking the entire alphabet out. I'm taking the entire house out. Now, I am using some of the elements to kind of fill in blank spaces and stuff. But yeah, it's going to be significantly shorter than it would have been otherwise. And so there is where I am. Now, I did discover that I have there's another like yellow flower and some leaves and stuff like that that go out here. I don't know what happened. I misplaced it on my fabric. As you can see, I have lots of margin over here and not so much over here. So I'm going to have to like use a hoop over here to do the rest of that. So, yeah, but this is also a full color and cotton conversion, and I brightened up colors and changed colors and stuff like that because I don't care for prim colorways, and we know this. And this is being stitched on a 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics in Spring Breeze. It's coming out pretty true. It's a little richer than that, but it's a lovely soft purple color. So, and that was started on July 13th of 2020 because it was a birthday sal with my buddy Jaffe. She is Climbing Stitcher on Instagram. Like I said, full color and cotton conversion, but lots of note card or post-it notes to go with that. I'm sorry, this is going to be a mess. If it takes too long to do some of this, I'm probably going to cut them out of the video. We'll see. Editing might end up making the video kind of choppy. Sorry about that. Next up, we have Lindy Stitches, Dracula's Confession. This was started in, October 2nd of 2020, and I am doing the vertical. And this is being done on a 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics in Bugs and Hisses. It's kind of a grungy, dirty, orangey color. It's looking a lot more brown there than it is in person. It's more of a really pale terracotta with some brown modeling. And I don't think I've touched this one since I started it. That's as far as I got. I love this piece. I'm still going to do it. I just, for whatever reason, it hasn't been calling to me. So, and I've got, this is various stash flosses, color and cotton, DMC, a couple of dinky dyes are in there. So just kind of whatever I had on hand. Next up, Mistletoe Loitering Society from Lindy Stitches, which I seem to have misplaced. Hold on. And we're back. So this is Mistletoe Loitering Society from Lindy Stitches. This is adorable. And I will finish it. I actually did work on it a little bit recently and then put it away because the map was calling, and when the map calls you got to answer because it doesn't call very often apparently. This is being done on a piece of 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics. It doesn't have a name. It's like this minty green color with a little bit of like blue modeling throughout. It's a lot richer than what's showing up here. Oh, there you go. That's the accurate color. So I recently was able to get this done and finish the trash panda there. So all I have to do now is border and the little like snowflakes that go up around here, or I don't know, they're red, so are they really snowflakes? I don't know. But that's being done with a mix of stash flosses. There's some DMC, there's some Classic Color Works. So, you know, fun stuff. And that one was started on November 27th, 2020. Next up, Lindy Stitches Merry Manatees. Apparently in late 2020, I was stitching all of the Lindy Stitches, or at least starting all of the Lindy Stitches. I didn't finish most of them, obviously, but I'm not going to take it out of the plastic, but Merry Manatees. She's got it finished into a drum, but I don't know that I will be. And that's where I am, and I don't think I've touched this one since the last time you guys saw it. But this is on a 32 count opalescent Lugana from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It was, she basically does one-offs. Every piece is one of a kind, and I love it for this piece. It's just, not calling to me. That's all. Started this one December 10th of 2020. Next up, more Lindy Stitches. 2 from the Autumn Royalty collection. I did finish one of them. So I finished Lord of Gourds, and I have Count of Candy and Prince of Pies beginning here. Candy was started on December 13th, and Pies was started on December 14th. So let's see. Candy is here, and this is on that Bugs and Hisses again. No, wait, this is Adobe. This is Adobe. Sorry, Mystic Fabrics Adobe, 32 count Lugana. And then Pies is on a Mystic Fabrics 32 count Lugana in Gilded. My notes aren't great, sorry. But yeah, those would probably be like 1 or 2 days at most, and I don't know why I haven't finished them. Just because of who I am as a person, I guess. It is what it is. I'm okay with it. All right, so that's all of my 2020 WIPs. Like I said, I theoretically would like to have all of those done by the end of the year. However, I know that is reaching for quite a few of those. Night Walk Down is probably not going to get done. Like a Cherry Blossom is probably not going to get done. The rest of those I could probably finish if I focused on it. Well, and the map, but the map has its own deadline. I'm giving 5 years for that one because it's a full coverage. So, but I wasted 2 years by letting it languish, so I don't know. Okay, now we are into 2021. So on April 29th, 21, I started the Spot Sampler from Amanda Butler. It was in Cross Stitcher July 2020. I started this with Carrie of Carrie and Stitches, and she's either finished hers or she's really close, but I have barely started mine and I haven't touched it in a while. But yeah, it is a fun little piece, and it's fun getting like motifs done and stuff like that. Just it never calls to me. And this is on a grab bag Lugana. It's like a pinky peachy. Oh, there we go. That's about the color. It's a little more pink than that, but it's on a pinky peachy color. It was a grab bag from Mystic Fabrics. So there's that one. Next up, we got a few Frosted Pumpkins left over from my 2021 Frosted Pumpkin Mania. So we have on the 5th, I started Oh My Gourd, which is one of their seasonal sayings. And this is done on a 14 count Ada home die. And the flosses are some called for DMC and then like some fancy that I found in the stash that matched. So got 2 of the little gourds done. Again, these are really quick and I could have this finished pretty quickly. I just haven't. Then on the 20th, another one of the seasonal sayings, which I do not have a picture of. I will have to insert one here. This is hugs and kisses. And barely started, but it is what it is. I believe this is a 14 count Ada. Picture this plus something or other. Cherub, I believe. That's what my notes say. I hope that's right. But yeah, so that's that. Now, this one is embarrassing that I haven't finished because it's such a tiny little piece. This is Frosted Pumpkin Strawberry Froyo Party. This was started on May 24th, 2020. This is on a 32 count opalescent Lugana from a Halloween collection that Hand Dye by Rolanda did. And right now we just have fried egg titties with ketchup. I know this one could be done in a couple of hours, probably 3 hours maybe. And it just doesn't. I think in 21, later in the year, I started to have issues with opalescent fabrics. So a lot of the opalescent ones just didn't get touched for a while. But you know, it is what it is. Now I can do opalescent just fine. So it's all gravy. All right, next up. This is a combination of 2 Frosted Pumpkin patterns. This is Halloween Town and Midnight Way. So what I'm doing, I'll put a picture of both of those up here because I don't have the images of them. But what I'm doing is I'm laying them out a little differently. So I'm putting which I barely have started, obviously, but I'm putting the like Halloween Town up here, and then I'm going to do Halloween Town here. Then I'm going to put Midnight Way and put Midnight Way signage underneath. So, but it's all going to be on this one big piece. I originally was going to try and make them like a street, but I couldn't work it out to something that I was really, really happy with. So that's where this idea came from. And this is on a 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics. This might have been like an unnamed, like a galaxy or something like that. It might have been like a test die. I don't know, but it's absolutely gorgeous and it's going to fit the vibe that I have. And I'm using the same color palette for both pieces. So some colors got kind of merged, some colors got eliminated, but there's the entire color palette for the whole thing. So brighten some stuff up and maybe combine colors, eliminated colors, whatever. But it's going to be nice and bright Halloween. Next up, on August 6th of 21, I started the Summer Catch Etching from Heart in Hand. This was in the summer 2020 issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. She has since released all these etchings as like one pattern, which they're slightly different, but there's that one. I haven't touched this one. It's only like 3 colors, and this is on a 32 count grab bag Jobelin from Color and Cotton. It's kind of a gray with a little bit of a greenish undertone. Next up, we have Berry Buzz from Luminous Fiber Arts. This was originally given as a freebie at one of the Stitch Cons, and she has since released it, but the freebie didn't come with the cover image, so I'll put that up here. And that's where I've gotten, and that's all I've gotten. I think I stitched on this for like 2 days, and then I put it away. So, and this is also on a grab bag. I think it's a Lugana though, from Color and Cotton. It's like a nice turquoisey blue kind of color. So, and I'm doing that from stash. I don't think, like I think I'm doing some of the called for, but I don't know. All right, that was also started August 6th of 21. Cool. All right. Next up, we have Lizzie Kate Summer Smalls. Summer. So I've finished all of them except the one that actually says summer. So, and this one is being done on a 28 count Lugana. I think it was like from a mystery box or something from Mo's Sale. So I've got and then part of the M. And I know that this would be a really quick finish. And for some reason, I just haven't finished it. That's a theme with my stitching, I think. You know, quick finish, but whatever. And that was started on August 7th of 21. All right, next up we have Molly from Barbara Anna Designs, which this might be a freebie of hers. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, this is what I was calling drag chicken because it's a dress and that's the whatever thing on roosters. So there we go. Obviously I have brightened up some stuff, and this is also it's either a 28 or a 32 Jobelin grab bag from Color and Cotton. Stash dive for the flosses. So lots of pretty colors. And that one was started on August 8th of 21. And next up on August 13th of 21, I started Lindy Stitch's Polar Bear Abode. This was from the 2020 Christmas and Winter Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I believe she has released this separately or, you know, on her own. And I don't have a picture because I didn't print it out from the magazine, but put that here. And all I've got is the windows on the house. So, and I still haven't, I haven't done anything because of who I am as a person. This is being stitched on 32 count Lugana in Please Scream Inside Your Heart from Mystic Fabrics. It's a little more red. Yeah, that's about accurate. So it's kind of like a, I don't know, a dark raspberry color in my opinion. Okay, September 9th of 21, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Happy Harvest. Don't have the picture printed out, so here it is. And I am actually changing it to Happy Autumn. Now, I haven't gotten to that point, but I'm going to change it. So, and this is being done on 32 count Lugana in Gilded from Mystic Fabrics. And so I did some called for, but then I also replaced some colors. So I didn't think there was anything very harvesty about it, so I just changed it. I recharted it to autumn, and it fits in there perfectly. It's great. Okay, September 19th, 21. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, have a Pawsome Halloween. I'm not a cat person, but I do like black cats at Halloween. This is from a Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch. I don't know what year. Doesn't say on the pattern. I don't think anyway. 21. I found it. And this is being done on a piece of 20 count Ada in Purple Passion. And I barely have a start. So. I'll get there. Okay, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This is a restart. I had started this back when it first came out, and then I decided I hated my fabric, and so I scrapped it. This is Trick or Treat Costume Club. Now, I've done this. I have this finished. Not FFO'd, but finished. But I restarted this, the actual, like, band part of it. And this is on, like, my absolute favorite fabric from Misty. This is I Descent. It's I think originally she called this black or dark opal when she was doing like testing of it. And then when she made it a fabric of the month, it was I Descent. And I absolutely love it. And I barely started. But much better than what I was previously using as the fabric. So. All right, next up, this was my 2021 birthday sal. This is Autumn Squirrel from Barbara Anna. And I think everybody else has finished theirs and I have not. I barely started it. I think I stitched on it on my birthday and that was it. This is on a grab bag. There we go. 32 count Lugana from Color and Cotton. And I did a stash dive for my flosses. Next up, November 1st, 21. Spring is Coming. This is a free pattern from Maria Bravko or Cute Patterns by Maria. I finished, I think I finished the whale in the light bulb, and then I was just feeling more Russian pattern at the time. So I started another one of hers, and that's as far as I've gotten. It'll be beautiful when it's done. And this one doesn't have too many blended flosses, honestly. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not bad. But I mean, there's the floss card. So it's quite a lot of colors. And this, I don't have it noted what this fabric is, but I'm guessing based on the zigzag stitch on here, it's probably a grab bag Color and Cotton Lugana. It's it's a little bright, but it's kind of like a creamsicle kind of color. Next up, we have Dancer from Barbara Anna. This is from the 2021 Christmas Winter Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher. I started this with Sharon and Carrie. So Carrie in Stitches and Sharon, she doesn't have Flosstube, but she's on Instagram as Sharon's Stitching. So I started this, and that's as far as I got. I'm changing it from, since I'm doing this on Picture This Plus Gingerbread, I'm switching the reds for blues. So it'll be a blue sweater. The red houses will all be blue. So. And the reason it says 2037 there is because when I was talking about this with Carrie and Sharon, I was like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'll finish it sometime in 2037. So we decided that, because 1823 didn't mean shit to me. 2037 doesn't technically mean anything, but it's the year that I went with. Next up, November 27th, 21, we have Miss Millie Snow from Teresa Miller of Teresa's Primitive Treasures. This was also in the 21 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher Christmas Winter issue. I believe I started this with Carrie of House of Floss and Fluff, or Crafting Paws, like whatever you might know her as. And I, of course, started it and then just didn't touch it because of who I am as a person. And yeah, and this is on a grab bag Lugana of some sort from Color and Cotton. It's a nice wintry blue color. Next up, December 8th of 21, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Holly Jolly Bandit. This is Reese the Raccoon. I got to name him. I mean, they had a naming contest. I suggested it and I won. So I have started, but haven't gotten very far. It says haul. And this is 32 count Lugana from the 2020 Christmas grab bags from Mystic Fabrics. And it's this lovely like pine green color. I thought it was perfect for a Christmas pattern. So that's what I'm using it for. We're going to have a lot coming up on 2021 here because I was starting a whole bunch of stuff to get up to 100 WIPs. Next up, we have the Wild Violet Cross Stitch Emily Dickinson Birds, which I started this with Julie of Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I believe she's finished hers a long time ago. And mine is in a perpetual state of not finished. But it's on this really lovely pink fabric from Mystic Fabrics. I think it's also like it was probably from a Fabric Games in her Facebook group. It's a little paler than it's showing up there, but I did a Color and Cotton conversion. You know, as much as I love the color pink, I don't have a lot of pink fabric, and I don't have a lot of things on pink fabric. You would think I'd have more. And that was started December 10th, 21. Okay, bunch of Frosted Pumpkins here. Snowy the Penguin, December 11th, 21. I don't have the cover photo, so here's that. And I'm putting my hand up so that I know when I go to edit that I can just stop there and put the picture in. And I have the Penguin, and he's done in Etoile because apparently he's a Twilight Penguin. Twilight Penguin. He's blue, he's sparkly, so, you know, we'll call him Edward. Edward the Penguin. And this is on a 32 count Lugana. I believe this is the I Descent, but it's the original, like, colorway that she did, which was called Black Opal or Dark Opal. I can't remember. But I love it, and I think it's cool because it kind of reminds me of Aurora Borealis and penguins and winter. I don't know. Come at me, bro. All right. December 13th. Don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Frosted Pumpkin. And this is on another piece of that 32 count Lugana from Opal Lugana from Henda by Rolanda. And I got the border and don't. Just don't. December 16th, Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, Luck and Clover. I do not have the cover photo. Put that here. This one, I got that inner border. That's it. So, this is on a 32 count Jobelin. or maybe 28 count Jobelan, can't quite tell, from Color and Cotton grab bag. It's like a yellowish, orangish, creamish color. Next up, Gobble Till You Wobble from Frosted Pumpkin. And everything's falling over. Cute little turkey. This is on a 14 count Ada home dye in like a brown, very mottled brown. I got that inner border done using a Carrie's Creation floss. Wildfire. It's called Wildfire. But it looked very fall to me and it fit in with a lot of the colors. So that's that. December 18th, Christmas goodies from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I love these little seasonal sayings. Do I display any of them? Hell no. But they're cute. Once again, this is the inner border, and that's it. This is a 32 count Lugana in a like a one-off colorway from Hand Dye by Rolanda. And I'm doing Stash Dive on that one. So December 19th, 2021. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Frosted Pumpkin. This is being done on a 32 count Lugana grab bag blue from Mystic Fabrics. And I got the rainbow, and I haven't touched it since. It's okay. I'll get there. December 20th. Nope. December 19th. So I did two on December 19th. This is Frosted Pumpkin Nutcracker Parade. And I'm doing this on a 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics in Sugar Plum. So when I picked it out, I didn't know the name of it. I just was like, oh, purple. Purple will be great. And it's called Sugar Plum. And all I've gotten is part of the border. Cute little floats. Cute little floats. All right, started two of them on December 20th. We've got Sea Dandelion from Barbara Anna. This was in the Summer 21 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And I think it's a partial Stash Dive. Yeah, some things, DMC and Stash Dive. And this is on a 14 count Ada. There we go. It's a home dye. Not by me, by someone else. I've barely home dyed anything. And then also on the 20th, I started the Lizzie Kate Spooked mystery sampler. I do not have the paper in front of me, so I will put one here. And I've done the top border and a couple little motifs. And that top border there is done in a Hand Dye by Rolanda Halloween silk. And it's absolutely gorgeous and stitching up quite nicely. I love the variegation on that. And this is on 32 count. We're gonna, did I make a note? Mystic Fabrics, Baby Lima Bean. So the color is now called Lima Bean. She called it Baby Lima Bean at a time when Baby Yoda was, before we knew his name was Grogu, I guess. And she called it Baby Lima Bean for the Fabric of the Month, when it was a Fabric of the Month. And then when she made it part of her regular line, it's Lima Bean. This is the Clouds Factory ABC Dinosaur Sal. I started this January 24th, 2022. And I got a whopping 3 dinosaurs in before I bailed. This is 32 count Lugana in Calliope from Under the Sea Fabrics. It's got some orange and some tealy blue and some purple. It's gorgeous. I love it. The sal is now done, so here's the final picture. I will get around to it eventually. All right, January 30th, 2022. Clutch your pearls. Lisa Frank, fuck. You know, I had asked at one point for a fancy fuck pattern because it's my favorite curse word, and I couldn't find one I liked. I tried to find, you know, like a font I could use or whatever. Never found anything I liked, and then this popped up as an embroidery pattern. And there's also a cross stitch pattern, so I bought the cross stitch pattern, and I've gotten there. So, and I've got my fuck needle minder too. So, this is a 32 count Lugana. I don't have the tag for this. This might be a grab bag. It's looking like a Misty because of the way the modeling is. It probably is a Misty. I don't know what color. If it has a name, it's probably Wisteria. If it doesn't, then it's just a purple. Okay, next up. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Under the Sea Sal. This was their 2022 Sal. Started this March 25th, 2022. I don't have the finished photo. Here it is. And here's where I got. I'm not too, I didn't fall too far behind. I stayed caught up for a few months. So, all good. It won't take too long to finish it up. And that one, I'm kind of doing the called for colors. I'm adding some sparkly bits in some places that don't have sparkly bits and whatnot, but I'm having fun with it. And this is on 32 count Lugana in Mint Julep from Mystic Fabrics, which it's a very minty green color. Okay. Then we are into Mania of 2022. And I did a Peacock Mania, but I also did I stitched along with Carrie and Sharon of these Rovaris home seasonal series ones from the 2021 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher year. They had one for each season. First up is Summer. I started this on May 2nd, 22. And I'm doing it on this bright ass yellow Aida. I think it's 14 count. Seems very summer to me. And I got the H done. Pretty sure Carrie and Sharon are done with all theirs. But, you know, that's just me being late, as always. Then on the 4th, I started the Peacock Feather. And this is a Joan Elliott. And this is from Cross Stitch Crazy, but I don't know. It doesn't have the year on it or the month or anything like that. But, you know, it is what it is. And this one's actually, you know, fairly long. Very pretty. Yeah, because I decided I was going to do, where I have Peacock Keeper hanging in my room, I decided that little stretch of wall is just going to be all peacocks. So, I wanted to start some peacocks. Next up, we have the Poinsettia and Pine Peacock. I started this on May 6th. This is from Kathleen Berlew. This was in the Christmas ornament issue 2020 of Just Cross Stitch. And so there's what it's actually supposed to look like, but I have changed it to standard peacock colors. And this is being done on a 14 count, like creamy yellow Ada color. Oh, and the other one was done on a like a chalkboard Ada. Then I started the Rovaris Autumn Home. This one is from May 10th of 22. It's done on a home dye orange with brown speckles Ada. I got part of the H done. We'll get there. We'll get there. It'll happen eventually. On the 11th, I started this folksy peacock, which there are 3 kind of folksy peacock designs. I started from this. It's a Stitch for Your Home designer chart book that comes with like this one came with Cross Stitch Crazy. So let me find the images here to show you what they're gonna look like. Unless they don't have, okay, so they don't have finished images for, they only have finished images for one of these. Okay, so this one I called Folksy Peacock A. You know, if I can find a picture of it finished, I'll put it here. If not, sorry. But there he is. I've added a little bit of metallic purple there in the middle of that feather. And then on the 18th, I started the Folksy Peacock B, which they do have a picture of that one. It's that majestic boy there. And here's the start on that. And all 3 of these ones are on a 14 count, like just pale pink DMC Ada. And then there's also a feather, a Folksy Peacock feather I started. So, and again, if I can find a finished image, I'll put it here. Oh, Flosstube Itching, that was great. Now, in between some of those, let's see, May 13th, Letters from Mom August by Jeanette Douglas. Now, I don't know that I'm going to actually put Let Your Life Speak in the medallion up there. I haven't quite decided what I want it to say, if anything. I may just fill it in with some stuff, I don't know. But I've barely got a start on this. And this is a 32 count opalescent Lugana. I don't have notes on where this fabric is from. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, I'm sorry. It is a 28 count opalescent Brittany from Sparkly's Hand Dyed Fabrics in the color Bubblegum. So I'm guessing Carrie sent me that because Sparkly's is a UK thing. Okay, the Winter Home, May 16th, 22. This is being done on no, not Be Stitch Me. Maybe? No. What is this? Sometimes my notes are not great, y'all. You know, I don't know what this is. It's blue, it's brown, it's got like some pink in it, and it's pretty. And I got the H done on that one. May 23rd, I started the spring one. This is being done on a 14 count Ada, home dye. And it's like greens and oranges. and I got part of the H done. So that was it for my Mania stuff. Then on July 9th, I started this Galaxy Switch pattern. I found out after I purchased and started it that it was art theft. And I did reach out to the person. It was from DeviantArt. I reached out to the person and got their permission to continue stitching it. So if I can, I need to find out who I need to get that information input into my spreadsheet for who actually did it. But there's my start. This is a .28 count. Oh, I have a tag for it. 28 count opalescent Lugana in Sarah from Mystic Fabrics. It's like a pink. It's got, I think it's got some splotches of purple in it, and so that's why it was like cheap or something, or it was in a games. I don't know. But I think the whole art theft thing kind of threw me off on that one. You know, I offered to pay the artist, and she said no. This person apparently has stolen a bunch of their art, and yeah. So I didn't want to promote that shop, but if you want to know, feel free to message me on Instagram, and I'll let you know who it is to avoid. Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Autumn Sampler. This is done on a piece of 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics in Olympia. And I got the border of the first little square done. So that is typical. And that was, I don't have the start date. I know it was started on the first day of fall of 22. So whatever day that was, work it out. Next up is the Halloween Wreath Sal from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I do not have a final picture of that, so here's that. This one just ended, and I have the first release done, and that's it. So yeah, but it's this cute little spooky house, and I did the spooky house in a variegated from Mo's Sale that's kind of like, it's like green with like brown, and so it kind of looks a little more decrepit than it was. And this is a 32 count Lugana from, I do not have a note. I'm not sure where this is from, to be honest. I don't know. It's got these, it's not a Misty, but I really don't know where this came from. Oh, it's a Jody. It's a Jody from Steel City Stitchers. But it doesn't, obviously it doesn't have a name. But yeah, now I remember. It doesn't have names on hers, I don't think. And I don't know when I started that one either. I don't have the dates, and I'll find it and update it at some point. Next up, we have the Quirky Quaker Loch Ness Monster from Darling and Muncie Designs. I started this on October 21st, 22. And I got barely any border done. But I'm excited because I'm stitching this in a color called Loch Ness from Color and Cotton. I'm excited about that. Next up, we have the Stranger Things sampler from So Maria Studios. And this is a fabric that I dyed, well, overdyed. It was originally a I think it's called Spellbound from Under the Sea Fabrics, but they don't have a finished photo. There's just the rendering. But Stranger Things is like one of my favorite shows. But I wanted it to be like, I tried to find a fabric that would work, because I wanted it to be like gray and dark and grungy, but also with the red and the speckles. And I ice dyed one that makes me happy. So I added some black and some pink, not pink, red, to a gray fabric from Under the Sea Fabrics, which I'm pretty sure it's called Spellbound. So, but see, I've got all the speckles and stuff in there, like the stuff that floats around in the upside down. And I've gotten Bitchin' done, as well as the hat and a couple of lights. But, you know, there's back stitching that needs to be done. And they need to hurry up with season 5, which I know is the last season, so I'm going to be sad, but it is what it is, and I really want to watch it. So I'm missing it. Next up is the Crypto Naturalist sampler. This is by Screaming Heart Design. I did not print out a cover photo. And this was a stitch along, start along with a group of lovely, lovely people, my Salmates. And there's my start. I think I've only stitched on this for a few days. That happens. This is on Lemongrass 32 count Lugana from Mystic Fabrics. And I'm stitching this with $37.99. And I haven't figured out what accent color or colors I'm going to do yet. So I'm working around on the part that's $37.99. I didn't want it to be as harsh as black. So that's that. And I don't know when I started that. My record keeping is kind of a shit show at the moment. Oh, next up, March 12th of 23. We have Friends Are Flowers. Is that what it's called? Friends Are Flowers by Lucy Bean. This was from the Spring 23 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. I started this with Diana of It Is Kismet Stitches and Julie of Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. I believe both of them have finished theirs, maybe. I don't know. Mine is on this 32 count Lugana in this coral color, which it kind of looks like the called for, but just brighter. And I've, brightened up some of the colors because that's what I do. Okay, next up I have, this is kind of like a start and a WIP all in one, because it's a round robin that I'm doing with Carrie and Sharon. So this, we have chosen to do the Sewn in Friendship from Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Samplery. We have combined it into one piece and changed the wording. So the wording was originally, why don't I have the thing with me? I'm a dingbat. Okay. And where are the other ones? Please. Okay. So you've got the one that's Heartstring Samplery, that's on the left. And it says, "A token for my friend." Then on the right, you have from my heart to your hand. And you sew it together if you want, or you can sew it as separate. Now we're doing ours in all one long thing like this. And I did a little bit of recharting so that it says a token for our friend from our hearts to your hands or hand. And because it made more sense to do it that way, since there's two of us in addition to the person who started theirs. So, so we're all stitching the center motif we're all stitching the center, this part here on our own. And then one person stitch the left, one person stitch the right. So this is mine. This is on a 16 count home dye pink Aida. I had to leave extra for Q-snap usage, so it's okay. I'm fine with it. And I've done a mix of flosses from Stash. So that's my range there. And currently I am stitching on the left side of Sharon's. So Sharon's got her center motif and I'm doing the left side of Sharon's here. And then I have also received, I have all three in my possession because I'm a piece of shit. Actually, it was planned that way so that we can just send it once to Carrie. And then this is Carrie's, and Sharon has done the left side and Carrie did the middle, and I will do the right side on hers. So I've got a couple of things to, work on here. So Carrie's is almost done. It'll be done when I'm done with it. Sharon's will be done once Carrie's done with it. So, but yeah. So that is that. And I started mine on March 13th of 23. So that'll be finished whenever we get all three done and passed back and all that stuff. So, and we're all doing our own like color conversions and everything for those. So, next up, we have Nora Corbett Moon Glow. This was started on April 8th of 2023. This is entirely the fault of Adam Hart Cross Stitch or Adam Hart Stitch, Adam Hart X Stitch. I'll put it on the screen. She stitched this and I fell in love. And there's another one too, with flowers or something. And I bought that one too. Because it's the, like, you know, you stitch all of this and then you outline the person. I really like that. I don't much care for actually stitching people, and especially like big people. So Mirabilias and most of the Noras are really not my thing. But this one I can get behind. So this is stitched on a 32 count Lugana in Celeste from Mystic Fabrics. And it's, I think that I've got it laid out to where the person is going to be mostly in this green here and the moon's going to be like up here. So, the green kind of, I think if I'm right, then it'll kind of lay out like that. And I'm not doing the called for because there's like a lot of, Karen water lilies in it. So I looked up several pictures of the flosses that are called for and tried to find something fairly similar in my stash to go along with it. And I am pleased with the colors I've chosen. And I did buy the bead pack for this. So hopefully the beads that are there will work. If not, I do have a pretty sizable bead stash, so I can probably find something to replace it. Next up, we have Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Castle Homecoming Sal. This is their 2023 Sal. I am woefully behind, of course, because that's just me. I got the first part done and I started working on the second part, and I think they're up to part 4 now. I will put an image of what it's supposed to look like up here. And that's where I am. And I am kind of replacing some things as I see fit. Like the magic sparkles here. I've added a few different DMC light effects. The gold, I've used gold. The sword is metallic. I thought about doing the knight in metallic, but I didn't have, and I didn't feel like buying a couple of different silvers for it, so it gets to be gray. It's fine. It's fine. But I'm doing mostly called for on this. Like, I even bought the Classic Colorworks for it from Frosted Pumpkin because I was buying the needle minder anyway. So, and I started that one on June 13th. Next up we have Summer Plant from Barbara Anna. Oh, this is being done on 32 count Lugana in Uni-Poo, as in unicorn poo, from Mystic Fabrics. Next up we have Barbara Anna Summer Plant. This is from the Summer 2023 Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher. Started this one with Julie of Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, Carrie of Carrie and Stitches, and Sharon. Carrie's is done and finished and FFO'd and all that, and, you know, because Carrie's a fantastic person like that, whereas me, I'm a garbage. And this is done on a, there we go. I'm pretty sure this is a grab bag from Color & Cotton in this nice terracotta orange color. I'm doing stash dye flosses, so. And you know there's a flamingo on there, so of course I'm doing the flamingo in flamingo from Color & Cotton, because duh. And this is the last WIP I can show you. I do have another WIP. However, it is a gift for someone who I know is going to watch this, so I can't show you. This is Baby Boars and Japanese Flowers from Kyoko Maruoka, who also known as Gera or Jera. Baby Boars and Japanese Flowers. There's also this little, like, sparrow and forget-me-nots that came with it, but I will probably not do that one. I don't know. I might do it someday. This was started on August 1st. Look at the little boar. Look at that little boar. How cute is he? Oh, he's adorable. I love him. And this is mostly called for, well, no, about half called for DMC and half stash dive fancies. So, and that is that. So thank you for joining me for another WIP parade. Everybody seemed to like the last one. I know bitches love a WIP parade. So it's me, I'm bitches. And in a couple weeks, I should have an update, like an actual regular update with WIPs and maybe finishes. I don't know. And there's probably at least one new start in there because I have a gift stitch for my nephew. It was supposed to be for his birthday, which was a few days ago. But I messed up with my fabric, and so I had to start over, and I was like, there's no way I'm getting this done before his birthday, so it's gonna be Christmas. So yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you have a wonderful day, and take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.